Good morning, all dear delegates and the speaker, the Pavan Kumar sir. Sir, myself, Rekha Devi from Seven Hills College Pharmacy in the Department of Pharmaceutics. Sir. So today's session is given by the Dr. T. Pavan Kumar sir on the topic of innovation, dynamics, and IPRs, a strategic perspective. So now I request all the participants listen and learn the things from the IPRs, which is our most important for our knowledge patenting. So now I will hand over the mic to the Dr. Y. Lavanya Madam for give the citations of Dr. T. Pavan Kumar sir.
Thank you, madam. I'm very much honored to introduce Dr. T. Pavan Kumar sir, who is presently working as senior scientist in the chemistry department, CSIR, Institute of Minerals and Material Technology, Bhubaneswar. Sir is also a member, Performance Review Committee, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. He is also the member, Steering and Advisory Committee, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. Sir did his MSc and PhD from Usmania University in 2011 and WIPO course on patent drafting, Geneva in 2016. He has 23 years of experience and presently working as senior scientist in CSIR IMTT Bhubaneswar. And he has honored with several awards like WIPO Scholarship 2016, Sub Young Scientist Award in 2015, Telangana Young Scientist Award in 2015, DST Inspire Faculty in 2012, and University First Gold Medalist Award for MSc in 2004. And to his credit, he has 34 patents, out of which 19 were granted, 12 were published, and 3 were filed. So he has licensed patent of 4, 2 from US and 1 from India. To his credit, he also accredited with 22 publications and delivered almost 300 lectures at various organizations and conferences. And he is also the member of Associate Fellow, Andhra Pradesh Academy of Sciences, Life Member, Chemistry Research Society of India, Inspire Faculty, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. And he is a fast track scientist, Science and Engineering Research Board, that is SUB. He is also a life member, Material Research Society of India, Indian Society of Chemists and Biologists, Indian Science Congress, and Global Intellectual Property Convention. With this short note, I proudly introduce Dr. T. Pavan Kumar sir for today's session. Please take over the session, sir. Thank you.
So thank you very much. Thank you very much for your detailed introduction. And I'm very happy to be part of this program. I appreciate the efforts taken by Seven Hills College of Pharmacy, Tirupati, in organizing such a wonderful faculty development program. And coincidentally, Government of India has declared the month of July as National Intellectual Property Festival. When Dr. Sarvana Kumar has contacted me for this, then I also suggested that we can do this program as part of national IP celebrations. So here in today's session, I would be mostly talking on the innovation dynamics and IPRs, where I'll try to introduce the different concepts of intellectual property rights with some examples and also give an overview of how innovations need to be taken forward. And more specifically, I'll also show very few examples which are matching with pharmacy sector. So with this, once again, I thank you all, and my special appreciation also goes to Sarvana Kumar and team for nicely organizing this program. Thank you. And maybe I'll switch off my screen to avoid any sort of technical glitch. I think that should be fine, right?
Yes, sir. No issues.
So I'll just switch off my video and then I'll share my screen. Hope the screen is visible.
Yes, sir. Fine, sir.
So therefore, as I mentioned, I'll be talking to you on innovation dynamics and IPR, a strategic perspective. And with a happy note, I would like to introduce you all all to CSR IP Rath. The concept of Rath was an idea of our director, because Odisha is very well known for Rath Yatra, Puri Rath Yatra. And in the month of June, Rath Yatra happens for the Jagannath, Lord Jagannath. And then in similar lines, we thought we can also initiate a CSR IP Rath. And CSR IP Rath Yatra, or the IP campaign, has been inaugurated on 17th July at IMMT. And this Yatra will go for 15 days from July 17 to 31st, 2023. We would be covering a proximity of 100 kilometers from Bhubaneswar, reaching out to the schools, colleges, local self-help groups, farmer producer organizations, small sector industries, and general public in large. This is a very unique kind of concept which has been introduced with respect to IP for the first time in India, to my knowledge. I have not seen a Rath kind of activity with respect to IP. And when we have informed about this concept, or after the inaugural of this program in our various networks, we received a huge appreciation, because the concept itself appeared to be novel and innovative. And when we talk about IP and innovations, certainly IP you will only get when you have some inventions or innovations. So therefore, I just thought of introducing about this program to you all. Maybe you can also plan a similar kind of activity at your own places to take part in large-scale sensitization of intellectual property rights among the masses. And here is my brief biodata. Anyway, she has read it very nicely. These are the places from where I got my education, training, working experience, both in terms of chemistry and IP. And here is the outcome. By now, we could able to file about 43 patents, and most of our works are relevant to pharmacy sector, because as an organic chemist, we always try to design and develop molecules for various biological applications. So the entire field, if you see, it is almost all matching with the pharmacy. Pharmacy, chemistry, biology, they are not different. They are almost all like one and the same. Now, from here, let us go into the concepts. Whenever you plan any activity and whenever you carry out some research, many a times our research activities may result into any of these three: discovery, invention, or innovation. We all know, by now we all know the definitions. I think I need not read the definitions for these individual titles separately. But for inventions and innovations, there would be a huge scope for obtaining IP. For discoveries, generally no, because they're already present in the nature and hardly any human intervention is required to make it practical. So therefore, inventions and innovations will attract the possible IPs that we are going to discuss here. Technology and innovation in any sector, maybe pharmaceutical sector, IT, biotechnology, rural sector, social sector, or any other sector, they were always there since the existence of human survival or human life on this planet. Because if they are not existing, then certainly the concepts of civilization, evolution, all these were not taken place with a systematic approach. So therefore, technology and innovation were always there, they'll be forever. And if you look into the perspectives of the evolution of human life, as well as the evolution of technology and innovation contributions over the years or over the generations. So here is a summary. We started somewhere from here, slowly we reached to this, and now we are further improved. The wheel, the fire, or the communication systems. So therefore, we must say that it is the concept of wheel to vehicles. From wheel to vehicles. We are now in this era, the era, modern era, where we are enjoying the most advanced versions of the earlier inventions or the very first technologies that the human life or human being could contribute to. Please look at the history of cell phones. Until 1970s, hardly there were any mobile phones. Then it started. But now we are in slim phone era or smartphones era. So anyone who is using mobile phone, they're having the smartphone or slim phone. And without mobile, we cannot even survive today. But hardly it has got an history of maybe 50, 60 years, not more than that. All this is an outcome of innovation approach. So humans can think and create. In the nature, our nature has created so many creatures. Human is one among those. But it is only human being who has got the brain. No, maybe brain might be there for many others also, but the advanced brain. Because of this, we got a special identity that we can also compete with the nature in creativity, in creations. We have created so many things which were already present in the nature. By taking inspiration from the nature, we could create them. Of course, if you look into the efficiencies, we may not compare our efficiencies with the nature's efficiency. Always nature is nature, others are others. And in others, not so many are there. The others category is mostly captured by human being. We need to tap this power. A general survey says every human mind has a capability of generating about 60,000 to 80,000 thoughts per day. We can generate these many, but hardly we realize the potential thoughts out of these many numbers, and very rarely we try to put them into practice. So therefore, believe me, whenever you come across a potential thought, or whenever you realize that your idea is powerful, it may make some difference, it may create some significance. In all those instances, you should try to own your thought, own your idea. Idea not just in the form of an idea. You need to put your idea into practice. Then you should own it in the form of an invention or innovation. The reason being, ideas as such have no impact. Idea is generated in the mind, but just by ideas, you cannot create a physical outcome. Your idea need to be translated into a productive and profitable outcome. Then only there would be some significance. So therefore, in this era, the era which is referred as era of innovations, the cycle of activities mentioned on the screen have to be adopted and to be practiced to a greater efficiency. The countries, the organizations, even the individuals or the societies, whichever could realize the value and could adopt and implement it very efficiently all throughout their processes, could evolve as superpowers or developed ones or the advanced cultures. So the activity goes with creation, followed by protection, and then exploitation. So whatever you create, it generates a knowledge base, innovation base, or invention base. So we need to create them. Once you realize their value, you should try to protect them by way of intellectual property. If you protect, you will have an advantage of exploiting your creations for certain period of time, so that whatever efforts that have gone into creating these works will be fetching you some benefits through the process of exploitation. If you do not protect, then the process of exploitation might become complex, and several others may also take the advantage of your creations. So therefore, one need to remember that whenever you create something new, something creative, something different, always you need to protect. However, it is not that each and every creation or the invention that we contribute will certainly lead to success. No, if every invention brings the success, by now there would not have been any problems in the world. That is not possible. Generally, many a times, our inventions will definitely fail. Not only ours, for anyone's. These are the three major factors: technology issues, business factors, and IP challenges. Only those inventions which have got these three in proper balance, only those inventions which have got these three in proper balance will see the success, And then once you are successful, then you are energized to contribute to more successful inventions. Please look at this carefully. Any activity which is oriented towards technology development or bringing an idea to the extent of R&D, then further exploring it towards making a technology or a product which is coming into the market. The scale of the activities that goes into this process can be referred as TRL. They are scaled on the basis of TRL levels, technology readiness levels. And if you look into this flowchart carefully, the research activities which are under these four categories, TRL 1 to 4, they are more a kind of discovery, or maybe TR 1 to 3, or more a kind of discovery. The ones which are from 4 to 5 or about 6, they talk about the feasibility. So performing something at laboratory, performing something at little higher scale, again, they differ. Many of you might have worked in pharma industries or other industries, or at least you would have visited. Working at bench in a laboratory like academic institute or research laboratory would be much easy. But whatever works are successful at R&D level may not be really get success at higher scales. So therefore, at each and every stage, research and development and proper standardization are essential. Then comes practicality. If your idea or research work reaches to a level of TRL 6 or above, then you may say that, yes, my work is practically provable. We can prove it practically. Then if it reaches to further levels, then you can say, yes, now I can apply my work for various applications. I can show various applications through this work. This is applicable. Then once you reach to that stage, yes, there is a huge possibility that your product or your research or your idea may certainly see the market phase through the production process. The products, the brands, the technologies, or even the processes that we are seeing in the market today are an outcome of all these stages. And now they are into market because they have crossed tier level 9 and above. But in many cases, or in general, our practices will fall in the category of TRL 1 to 4. Industry needs this, and then there exists a gap, and this gap is called as valley of death. And in Indian practices, this valley of death is so deeper that we are unable to nullify or minimize. So forget about nullifying. We are unable to minimize the gap. Somehow it is so deep, we are unable to manage also sometimes. But through IP or by integrating IP with the research practices, we can certainly put some efforts in minimizing the gap. Why this gap exists? The reason is here. Please look into this slide carefully for a minute so that I'll explain. Okay, so whenever you look into academic or research practices, most of the time our focus would be towards generating knowledge for knowledge sake. We generate knowledge for more and more knowledge, creating more and more knowledge. Good, but if we only do this, again there is a big limitation of crossing the valley. And industry goes with the concept of management of knowledge for profit's sake. Management of knowledge for profit's sake. Unless they convert knowledge into useful applications, we may not enjoy the kind of products, the kind of brands that we are seeing in the market. So all those products that we are using, maybe mobile phone, maybe our chappal, shoe, water bottle, whatever it may be, all these are an outcome of management of knowledge for profit's sake. If they are not there, having knowledge, not having knowledge is one and the same. So therefore, the academic and research community should think of coming out of our boundaries wherein we need to develop the knowledge which is more suitable for converting or translating into various technologies. And for this, we need to work in close cooperation with the industry. Industry should also facilitate the same. And here, just to summarize, an idea of development of a mobile phone might have been conceived by someone like us, maybe many like us, but only few could see the success, not all, because idea should lead to proof of concept, then prototype, then scaling up, then commercial production, then product in use. So many stages are there. But many a times, especially in our practices, we generate idea, develop proof of concept, and maybe submit a report or publish it in a high impactful journal, stop there. Generate another idea, proof of concept, stop. Generate another idea, proof of concept, and stop. So therefore, if we are happy just by doing these initial stage activities, then certainly we may not see our idea coming to the market. So therefore, one need to realize the significance of other stages in the process of bringing an idea to the market. It needs money, time, people, so many other factors, but everything have to be in place in proper time. Then comes why IP. Fine, anyway, so many technologies are there, we are enjoying, so many people are contributing. But why IP? Is IP a very important aspect to be looked into? Yes, the reason or the answer is here. There are about 10 to 15 countries which are referred as developed countries. All others are rest of the world. Look into the statistics. Please look into the statistics. So, population-wise, they are very small. We are very huge. GDP-wise, they are very high. We are also quite okay. But they are a group of 10 to 15. But we are a group of more than 190. Publications, oh, very large. But we are marginally okay. We find some numbers there. But when it comes to patents, hardly we find any numbers, right? Hardly we find something here. So therefore, always one should remember that inventions are incomplete without a patent grant. An invention without a patent is same as treasure without security. Anyone can steal it and anyone can claim it. Suppose today you are attending this session, or you might have come to your colleges or the workplaces. Did you lock your home or not? If you are staying in hostel, did you lock the hostel or not? Locked it? Why? Reason being, because it belongs to you. You wanted to safeguard it. But when you are creating something out of your great idea, you are not worried about protecting that part, protecting your creative work. Because you are not protecting, it is becoming open for exploitation by any other. So therefore, we should realize the value of our own creative contributions and we should try to protect them. This is the whole essence of having IPR. By way of scientific publications, India stands at number 3. Very good. Yes, very good. But look at the percentage, hardly 5.3%. Who are at number 1 and 2? What is their percentage share? Who are at 4, 5, 6, 7? What is their share? These are very close to us. They may cross us anytime. But for us to cross these two is quite difficult. And with respect to IP, in force in the sense the active IPs, active intellectual property rights. In 2012, there were about 8.6 million patents. By 2021, the number has gone up to 16.5 million. Trademarks, 24 million and 74 million. So for every 10 years, all kinds of IPs, patents, trademarks, designs, GIs, all kinds of IPs are seeing a huge growth, Good, but is this growth is also reflected in our practices? We need to really look into. If you take an example, if you take the situation of number of IPs filed in a specific year, 2012 versus 2021, patents 2.3 million in that particular year, and by 21, 3.4 million. Trademark 6 million, 18 million. That means for every 10 years, number of patent filing, number of IPs filed in a given year is also increasing to great numbers. And believe me or not, these are the 5 countries which are dominating the entire patent ecosystem of the world. China, US, Japan, Korea, and Europe. They are not dominating the entire ecosystem with these percentage shares. 85% of patents worldwide are by these 5 countries. And if you want to know the exact numbers, Chinese patent office used to receive around 6.5 lakh patents in 2012. By 2021, it started receiving 15 lakh patents. Huge growth. And look into India, 43,000 and 61,000. Hardly there is a marginal increase of about 18 to 20,000. Okay. So therefore, this itself is a reflection that we as a culture are not really good enough in contributing towards IPs, mainly the patents. And here is the state-wise contribution of number of patents filed yearly. Look at the list. Tamil Nadu takes the lead, followed by Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka, Punjab, Telangana. But whether you are at number 1, number 2, or number 5, number 10, or the last, Assam files about 150. Many of you might be from Andhra Pradesh. So about last year or last to last year, there were about 1,000 patents from Andhra Pradesh. And only very few states are filing in thousands. Many others are filing in hundreds. Whether your numbers are in thousands or hundreds, the performance of a state is poorest of the poor. Performance of the state is poorest of the poor. Poorest of the poor. So therefore, here one need to realize that our performances are not to the extent they are required. So we need to improve upon. And these lines by Swami Vivekananda appear to be very much relevant. Knowledge, wisdom lies not in the amount of knowledge required, but in the degrees of its application. We have generated lots of knowledge. We have created so much of the wisdom, knowledge, all there. We have a great knowledge base, but unfortunately, we were finding it very difficult, or we are struggling to convert our knowledge into practical applications. We are struggling there, where the countries which we refer them as superpowers, they could be successful in that aspect. So we need to think in these lines. Now, very quickly, let us look into the concepts of IPR in detail. IP is a subject relevant to each and everyone. So whenever we conduct programs on IPR, we always put the theme IP for all. IP is for all. You, me, he, she, whoever it may be. Because IPR deals with almost each and every aspect that we come across or that is around us. Here is the definition given by WIPO. Please go through it carefully. IP means or refers to creations of the mind. IP refers to creations of the mind, such as inventions, literary and artistic works, symbols, names, images, designs that are used in commerce. I don't think that you will find any other definition which is shorter than this. Such a short definition, right? And here is the classification of intellectual property. Please go through the flowchart for a minute. So broadly, it is of two types: copyrights and industrial property. Again, industrial property is based on two factors: information, innovation. Patents, trade secrets, and industrial designs goes under innovation. Trademarks and geographical indications goes under information. On the left-hand side, I tried to show you the different types of IPs with an example each. Please look at these examples carefully. And here is the process of evolution of different types of IPs starting from ideas. If you recollect the definition of IP, it is all about creations of the mind. But from our mind, we can hardly create some thoughts or some ideas. We cannot create a mobile phone directly. We cannot create a car directly. We cannot create an aeroplane directly unless we put efforts in converting that idea into a practical outcome. So therefore, ideas are the source of any kind of IPs. Now, see this. If your idea leads to expression, a work which is expressive in nature, you may get a copyright. Idea leading to invention or innovation, you may get a patent. And idea reflecting quality and identity, you may get a trademark. Idea resulting into appearance, you may get an industrial design. And idea, if you keep it secret, make some trade, generate some revenue, it may be a trade secret. Again, these are the examples of different types of IPs, starting from the ideas. Since we call it as a property, we always get some rights in the form of intellectual property rights. And as a property, it can be sold, it can be bought, it can be leased or rented, it can pass under a will, it can be assigned. IP is all about creation of human mind, or creation out of human mind. These are the rights which are exclusive rights given by the statutes. But there are certain limitations. If you have a bangla, you can enjoy your bangla for generations together. But IP rights are not enjoyable for longer times. They are limited time enjoyments. IP rights are limited time enjoyment rights. What is the limitation? The limitation is here. Patents for 20 years, trademarks, designs, and geographical indications for about 10 years initially, and they can be renewable further. Copyrights, lifetime of the author plus 60 years. Plant protections, 15 to 18 years. Integrated circuits for about 10 years. After these years of protection, the IPs, which are considered to be your property, will become an open property, and anyone can enjoy them. Anyone can exploit them. Then, from here, let us go through some more examples on different types of IPs. Trademarks. Marks on goods, service marks, name, logo, symbol, or a color combination, which is used to differentiate services or the products of one company or one person to others, is called as trademark. Your Seven Hills College of Pharmacy is having a logo. There would be some hundreds of pharmacy colleges across the country. Every college has its own logo, right? Because your logo is a reflection of your quality, your identity. So that is a kind of trademark. Marks on goods, service marks, certification trademarks, collective marks, well-known marks, trade names, all these can go as trademarks. Even these. Few more examples of the trademarks for the goods or services that we do come across in our day-to-day life. Starting from toothbrush to the toothpaste to many others you can find here. They are all trademarks. But because of these trademarks or because of the IP, we are also finding some deceptive brands in the market. These are original, these are deceptive. And there are, by now, we all would have at least experienced the deceptiveness of water bottle, if not others. So one needs to be careful enough. IP also plays some role in encouraging these deceptive practices. Then comes copyrights. Please look into this idea. If it results into some expression or works which are related to expressive in nature, all those will be or can be taken or protected under copyrights. Textual works, literary works, audio materials, dramatic works, artistic works, architectures, advertisement, maps, technical drawings, computer programs, databases, reference works, even the newspapers, all can go under copyrights. And banner, painting, cartoon, sculpture, poster of a movie, textbook cover page, advertisement, all these are. Musical composition, cinematography, computer program, brochures, all these can kind of works can be protected under copyright. Then comes GI. Please look into the description present over there. Any product coming from a specific place where the characteristics of those products are attributable to that place of origin is called as geographical indication. Is called as geographical indication. And this kind of IP is not given to individual. GI rights are collective rights, societal rights. Okay. So you should frame a society. People present in that society will get the rights. So they are called as collective rights. So Darjeeling tea is the very first example of GI from India. And likewise, Nagpur oranges, Kolhapuri chappal, Kanchipuram sari, Dharwar peda, Agra petha, Puneri pagdi, whatnot. Many others, including Hyderabadi biryani, Hyderabadi halim, Tirupati laddu, all these can go as geographical indications. Pochampalli pattu, and if you have Venkatagiri, Mangalagiri saris or Venkatagiri, I think Mangalagiri or Venkatagiri, Mangalagiri, if I am not wrong. So every state in our country has got decent number of geographical indications. Kerala is the state with highest number of GIs, and recently Kerala has become #1 state. Otherwise, it was Tamil Nadu. But likewise, every state has got good number of GIs. Some Kondapalli or Koya Bommalu are there from Andhra Pradesh. And Bobbili Veena is also a GI. Okay. And these are the examples of GIs from Odisha. Because I am presently working at Odisha, I thought I should show the list of GIs from Odisha. Likewise, you all can collect the list of geographical indications from your respective states. Konark store carving, Khandhamal haldi, Odisha Patachitra, Sambalpuri sari. Likewise, there are many others, even Odisha Rasagulla. So therefore, all these kind of products, agriculture product, foodstuff, wine and spirit drink, handicraft, clothing, or any other industrial product can go as GI. If you talk about Tamil Nadu, Tirunelveli halwa is a GI. Madurai Saugandhi, Madurai Malligi, Mysore Malligi are again GIs. So there is no limitation. And then comes industrial designs. Whenever you have an idea, if your idea leads to appearance in the sense only appearance, no technical aspects, then such kind of protection can be through industrial designs. Ornamental or aesthetic aspects of an article. Likewise, 2D or 3-dimensional features related to the shape, pattern, color is protected under industrial design. Under this category, the technical aspects are not protected at all. Examples from consumer products: toothbrush, toothpaste, water bottle, chappals, comb, scissors, anything. All these can be protected as industrial designs. Pharmaceutical products. Many a times in our laboratories, we use conical flasks, round bottom flasks, syringe, vials, right? Yes, all these they are having different designs. If you buy a round bottom flask from 2 different companies, they have 2 different designs. The designs may not be completely different, but yes, there is some difference. The difference is all because of industrial design protection. Textiles, jewelry, and all others. So whenever you come across a new appearance, there is a possibility to obtain a industrial design protection. Then coming to the trade secrets, here are the examples. Coca-Cola composition is a secret since 1886. KFC original recipe is a secret since 1940. Spray lubricant, again a secret since 1953. And Google page rank algorithm is also a secret. These are the world famous trade secrets. And then patents. Patents are considered to be the most relevant IP for academics and research. So therefore, a patent in simple terms can be defined as a contract between the government and the inventor, for which the government gives the inventor the right to stop others. It gives the inventor the right to stop others for 20 years. In simple terms, we can also refer a patent as a techno-legal document. The technical part will be there from our subject, and it also has to have legal component. Then it is called as a patent. It's a conditional grant. It has got balance of rights and obligations. It is also subject to other laws of the land, always granted to the owner of the invention or their assignee. And here are some examples of early stage patented inventions. Mobile phones are there, TVs are there, lamp is there, rail is there, parachute is there, spectacles are there, calculator is there, and many others are there. Today, in this era or in this generation, we are enjoying the most advanced versions of all these early stage patented inventions. From here, I'll try to show you some examples of the patented inventions. In many cases, I have also put the relevant patent number. So please go through them carefully. Modern zipper, 1891. Machine gun, first machine gun, 1862. All these are patented, right? Collapsible tube, 1841. Friction match, 1836. And here I brought you an example under the title IP all-in-one. The reason being, if you look into the example of washing machine or any in that manner, any other product, maybe a mobile phone, maybe others, a single given product may be associated with several kinds of IPs. Here in this case, the body of the washing machine is protected as industrial design. The user manual is protected as copyright. Company name and logo is protected as trademark. The engine, the drum, technical aspects like semi-automatic, automatic, top load, front load. All these are technical aspects. They are protected as patents. Who knows? Tomorrow someone may come up with bottom load, side load, diagonal load, all load. Yes, quite possible. And he is the youngest patent holder of one of the youngest patent holder of our country. Hrideshwar Singh Bhachi, at the age of 9, he received IP for developing 6 variant player chess. By 2019, he could come up with 64 variant player chess. That means 64 people can play chess at a time. in one board. But generally, we know that chess is a game of two people. But here, he developed a new concept. And Michael Jackson, he is very famous. And he could develop some device or a shoe wherein the methods and means for creating anti-gravity illusions. So that is how this is the diagram taken from his patent. This is the patent number. And because of IP, he could rule the ecosystem for about 20 years. And this is anyway well known. Once this used to be the scenario, but now this. And it is all because of this person. Single-handedly developed this invention, obtained the patent. And here is the patent. This is the patent front page. Here is the title. Here is the diagram. Today, he controls the IP ecosystem. Wherever cricket matches are taking place, wherever they are using sensor-based terms, and this is the result of this person, an individual. He might have earned some millions or billions. Few more examples to add to the list. Snuggly Baby Carrier in 1969, Barbie doll of 1959. Ramya Jose from Kerala has invented pedal-powered washing machine in 2012. See, pedal-powered washing machine, no need of electricity. You need not go to gym or walking here and there. Do this, exercise is done, washing is done. So all these are great contributions. If you look into the example of Snuggly Baby Carrier, try to recollect the days of 1857, the first freedom fight, where Jhansi Ki Rani used to fight with used to keep her baby in the lap to fight against the Britishers. Through a similar concept, she might have developed this. But unfortunately, though the practice was ours, credit has gone to her. So we need to really look into the contributions that we made, and we need to systematically protect them. Otherwise, someone else will do. A welder by profession from Tamil Nadu has created a remote control toilet bed system. For which he has been awarded with National Innovation Prize from President of India. Making biochar from human waste. Again, a great contribution. Narsapuram municipality in West Godavari district has come up with this, and they convert human excreta to biochar, which could be used as a manure in the fields. They are marketing this product in more than 5-6 countries. And another interesting story of a grandmother. She is the inventor of fidget spinner. She filed a patent in European Patent Office. Patent has been granted, but she was not having Euro 310 to pay towards its annual maintenance. Because of the non-payment of annual maintenance, her patent got abandoned, and today this is the worth of spinning toy industry. In all those earlier examples, people could become rich by way of IP, but here, though she contributed productively, she could not even earn a single penny out of her IP. So both stories are there. We need to be careful. We need to be intelligent enough to tap the profits. And this conference is happening, this program is happening mainly with respect to the pharmacy or pharmaceutical domain. I thought of including 2 examples from COVID-related activities. If you look at the number of patents filed across the world in the areas of COVID vaccine for about 2 years, 2020-21, there were about 1,400 patents filed worldwide. And these are the different technology domains: pharmaceuticals, biotechnology, medical technology, computer technology, and analysis of biological materials. So those 2 years were so crucial that every individual domain has started working for pharmaceutical sector, right? And if you want to know the number of patents filed for the COVID vaccine by India or from India or in India, there were about 100 patents. First one being by Bharat Biotech, and there are several other patents. These patents are for the inventions or innovations related to the COVID vaccine development. And these are the areas again: pharmaceuticals, medical technology, analysis of biological materials, biotechnology, computer technology, basic materials, others. So this kind of analysis we can do with the help of IP. And from here, very quickly, I'll be showing you some examples of my own research. Being an organic chemist, we always try to design and develop new molecules for various biological applications. And nimboloid analogs. Nimboloid is a natural product well known for anti-malarial activity, anti-cancer activity. But we could synthesize some analogs, do some biology, and we could find some good results. That is where we filed patents. And we could also develop a efficient and more feasible process for the preparation of nicotine. To my knowledge, as on today, this is the shortest known process for making nicotine. We developed this in two ways: one pot and stepwise. Both the processes were filed for patents, and we got all patents were granted. And this is another work wherein we have designed a molecule based on the escalatin. Escalatin is already a drug molecule. So we have diversified it with some appendages. We call it as a TPP coupled escalatin and studied for its anti-atherosclerotic effect. Luckily, we find good results. Then we have done exhaustive biological studies. We filed patents in 2015. We filed patents in India, US, and UK. Very happily, I must say that after 5 years, in 2019, those 4 patents for this work were licensed to Sun Pharma. And IACT has received 5 crores as royalty, first premium royalty. If every effort in this direction, in this work, goes to success, then Sun Pharma may pay around 240 crores to IACT or CSR. I don't know whether this will happen or not, but already IACT has received about 5 crores as a royalty. That itself is a great success for practicing patents. Whether you believe me or not, our intention for filing patents for this work was only to initiate the activity. And also, through that initiative, we may also find some numbers in our profiles. We may also put some numbers in our profiles. But luckily, these were licensed. Because this work was protected by patents, we could license it to Sun Pharma. Otherwise, even if it is published in Nature or Science or others, it would have ended up only as a publication, nothing else. Here, this is the impact of having a IP protection. And these are the front pages of the American patents, American granted patents from our 2 works. For the work which is licensed to Sun Pharma, and this is for nicotine. Few more works in similar lines. We could also develop spiroxyindole compounds as GSK3B inhibitors, indole sulfamide derivatives as selective HDAC inhibition. You all might be knowing HDAC inhibition is a complex activity. So HDAC inhibition, again, there are several kinds of HDAC. HDAC 6, HDAC 8, HDAC 4, likewise. So we were looking to develop molecules for selective HDAC inhibition. Luckily, some of our analogs could show selectivity towards HDAC 8 and HDAC 6. And that is where we could file patents. And this another one, isothiocyanate compounds as SMART1 stabilizers. So all of them were filed for patents, and many of those patents were granted. And here are the front pages of the patents filed for those 2 works through PCT. And here is another example of lipoic acid process. By now, being from pharmacy background, you all might be knowing the importance of alpha lipoic acid. Okay. It is an approved drug molecule for treating a kind of diabetes. It is also a nutraceutical, also a cofactor in many enzymes. And we have taken up this because India imports 410 tons of lipoic acid every year. 96% of imports are from China, 4% from US. So we thought if we can develop a process, we can make an import substitution. We developed this. You can notice myself conducting the experiments in the laboratory involved, then making the compound to characterize towards make towards USP standards, and then compiling data, everything. You can see this packet is there. You can find HPLC, all those things. Then final package, then talking to the industry. We could file patents. Hopefully, we may also license this process within soon to the industry. And whenever you look into the patents, I don't know whether you have already gone through some patents or not. Otherwise, you can also please refer some patents sometime today. You can go to Google, type in there as Google patents, put some keywords, you can download some patents. Just go to them. Especially from pharmaceutical sector, there are patents which run for a pages of 200, 300, even 500, 800. I have seen a patent with more than 890 pages. And there are also patents which are only 3 or 4 pages. So number of pages do not matter, but the entire patent document, whatever may be the number of pages, is divided into 4 parts. First page is always bibliographic data. You find some names, numbers, codes, etc. Then comes the drawing. Maybe in case of pharmaceutical or chemistry, you may find a chemical equation or a flow chart. And then the description. This description is almost all equivalent to a manuscript for a publication that we make. And finally, the patent document ends with the claim. And these claims are considered to be the legal component of the patent. And it is through claims we get our rights. So all patents, whatever subject, whatever country they may be, they have these parts. So therefore, we all must realize that it is the innovation which distinguishes between a leader and the follower. Everything starts with an idea. Idea, not just an idea. Not an idea which is an idea of 60,000 to 40,000 ideas. An idea which is a smart idea. Maybe this is also among those 60,000, but it needs to be smart. Not all ideas can lead to success. Not all ideas will bring us innovations. So only a smart idea can bring us. Smart means specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. If you have these ideas, certainly we can do wonders. And here is the impact of an idea making or on a leader versus follower. So if you have a smart idea, you can become leader. Otherwise, you will still be a follower. To become leader, you need to put efforts. You need to generate smart ideas. If you're not interested, if you don't wish, then certainly you will become a follower. And to be a follower, nothing is required. You are already a follower. So this would be the scenario. We do not have IP assets. Big will eat small, small will eat micro, micro will eat more small. Okay. So being small is so dangerous without IP. But if you have IP, whatever small you may be, you can fight, you can resist, you can retain, you can raise, you can stand on your own. So that is the power of IP. So now we are in a very high time, like the times of 1942. Try to recollect those days of Quit India movement. Do or die was the slogan. Similar is the situation now. If we innovate, we are still remembered, recognized. If we do not innovate, we are ignored. We will be ignored. So ignorance is almost all equivalent to that. So therefore, we need to innovate. So for that, the rationale is, if you always do what you always did, you will always get what you always got. Get up, go to the college, take lunch, do assignments, come back home, sleep well, again get up, continue the same. Generations after generations, if we keep doing the same activity, same kind of practices, hardly we may find any difference. Hardly we may contribute to something new. So therefore, we need to come out of these regular practices. We need to do something new. We need to contribute to something different. Then only we can make some progress. That progress can lead us to the success. And in this direction, we propose a simple strategy wherein whenever you would come up with a research activity or develop a research work, try to screen them for patentability before publication in scientific journals. By doing so, wherever you find some scope, you can get patents. For the same works, after filing the patents, you can also publish them in scientific journals. It is like 1+1 offer. But first one should be patent or IP, followed by publication. If you make publication first, you will never get anything next. So therefore, one need to be careful. And here is an inspiration from a researcher, Professor Robert Langer. More than 1,500 papers, more than 800 publications. His patents, 800 patents. His patents were licensed to more than 250 companies. Okay. And he himself has started about 25 companies. We don't know whether he is a man or machine, right? Man cannot do this. Only machines may do. But believe me, it is not that he has done it individually, but they have developed an atmosphere, they have developed an environment wherein all activities are integrated. So different components which are required to succeed, which are required for the success, are integrated, and they work with an integrated approach. So that is how they could see success. People like Robert Langer are not in tens or hundreds in the countries like US, Japan, Korea, which we refer them as superpowers. People like Robert Langer are in thousands. So thousands such kind of people are more than thousands, some thousands. And hardly we find such kind of environment or such kind of practices in our cultures. So this is basically a difference in the cultural or difference in the practices. So therefore, we need to adopt the required cultures so that we can also give a great competition to the existing scenario. So in these lines, even every country has started realizing the importance of innovation, and India is also at the forefront in this process of realization. So the new line has been added to the existing slogan, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Vigyan, but now it is also Jai Anusandhan. Anusandhan is all about innovation. So therefore, as I mentioned, if we innovate, we are still recognized. If we do not innovate, we will be ignored. So therefore, we need to contribute to that. And whether we accept or not, our research orientation has been only towards, please read me carefully, our research orientation has been only towards making impact factor publication first. Knowingly, unknowingly, we don't know the reason, but we were into only this practice. This practice is good, but being the only practice is not correct. So therefore, in addition to this practice, we should also need to be reoriented towards India first, innovation first, and IP first. Whatever activity we take up, it should add value to our country. Whatever work we carry out, there should be some or other innovation. And wherever there's a possibility, we should take an IP first. By doing these three, along with the existing practice of making publications, certainly we can do wonders. We can make a great progress. So with this, with similar approach, of course, CSIR was working for innovations since long, but however, we have modified our logo slightly. Now, CSIR is referred as the innovation engine of India. So therefore, whatever activity we take up, always we try to have some or other innovativeness in that. And these are some memorable interactions that I could have with eminent people in science and technology from India. Then with this, I just stop here. Thank you all. Thank you very much. And I hope I have done a reasonable justification for the title of this session. Thank you. If you have any queries, we can take them up.
Yes, sir. Dear delegates, please, if any queries are there, it is an open for the session for queries. Any delegates?
Yes, yes. Any, if there are any queries, you can.
Yes, sir. So no one has raised their hand, sir.
Fine, no issue.
Sir,
Hello, sir, Dr. Niranjan Babu garu. Good morning.
Yeah, namaskar, sir. Namaskar. How are you, sir? How is everything? I think yeah, wonderful session we had today. Thank
Thank
you very much. I think what is the next proceedings, madam?
Yes, sir, it's my pleasure to
Recommend.
invite our principal, sir, Dr. Niranjan, sir, for felicitation of our today's eminent speaker, Dr. T. Pawan Kumar, sir, on the token of love. Sir, please, sir.
So thank you. I'm receiving it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. I'm honored to be here to facilitate our patron, Dr. T. Pawan Kumar Garu, Senior Scientist and Manager, CSIR, Institute of Minerals and Materials Technology, Institute of Minerals and Materials and Technology, Bhopal, India, for their outstanding achievements and contribution to this field. Heartily congratulations to you, sir.
So thank you. Thank you very much.
Please accept this certificate for token of respect. Thank you all for joining with us. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Thank you all. Wish you
Thank
all
you,
the
sir.
very best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, it's my pleasure to give vote of thanks for this session. Thank you for all the delegates. On behalf of Seven Hills College of Pharmacy, I extend a really hearty vote of thanks to our eminent speaker, Dr. Pawan Kumar Garu, who spared time from his busiest schedule to grace the occasion. Today, we had an opportunity to hear some of the valuable thoughts Sir has given in with some nice quotations to easily understandable, and the way of explanation is very nice that Sir has given in time for reading the slides and then explaining. So with understandable pictorial representations, and Sir has given some examples of getting any royalty which will use us to be get royalty also. So it may be also used as a basic informations to think about IP in our faculty, in our colleges also, sir. So thank you very much, sir, for giving a good and understandable information on this session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I request all the delegates that we will send a feedback link in the afternoon session. Thank you. Thank you, sir.